Welcome. Let's go ahead and begin, everybody. We'll start in mountain pose. Just make your way up to a standing position here near the top of your mat. Bless you. I'd like to start in standing. So in mountain pose, we'll just take a few moments here as we gather ourselves, make our full connection here. We start that with breath. So take a few moments and listen to the sound of your breath, getting a sense of your own breathing. Just reminding yourself that there is breath. So just breathe in a way where you can feel that sensation of breath moving through your body. At the same time, just checking in with how you're feeling. Just internal assessment. What's going on inside of you this afternoon? Perhaps your practice today can help you with anything you might be dealing with in your body. As you get more in touch with your breath, on your next inhale, just feel breath rising upward, filling up your lungs. On your exhale, as you're able, draw your belly button in towards your spine. This light connection to your center body. The abdominal lock, Uddiyana Bandha, the abdominal lock. Again, breathing in a nice full breath in, filling up your lungs. And the exhale, drawing navel to spine. Just providing more sensation, more awareness of breath and body and what's going on inside of you. Even feel free to add a little bit of movement here as you're checking in with self. Maybe some movement of your shoulders, head and neck. You can even just work down your body, your arms, hands, and fingers, your torso, right into your hips, thighs, knees, ankles, feet, and toes. Again, just noticing what your body might be needing from your practice today. And a reminder, this is your practice. I'm just here to provide some ideas, some suggestions on how you can move today. So if you need to move in your way and take care of yourself, please do so. That might be doing different postures, modifying any poses, or resting. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Slow, deep breaths as we prepare our bodies to move. Nice. When you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead, a big stretch reaching all the way up. And exhale, fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips, bend your knees as much as you need to, and just make your way down towards your toes. You don't have to touch your toes. Maybe your hands land at your ankles or shins. Inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees, only rise up halfway to a flat back like you're a table. On the exhale, you can stay right here or slowly slide back down towards your toes. You can stop at any point. Again, you don't have to touch the ground or your toes. Just find the spot that just feels good for you here. So wherever you are, you might even notice maybe a nice stretching sensation down through the backs of your legs. Your hamstrings need a little stretch. Even down through your back. Notice the natural curve of your spine as you're folding forward. Even release your head and neck. Maybe nod yes a few times. Shake your head no. Even roll or circle your shoulders. Big circle backward and forward. Even around in a circle like you're stirring a pot of soup. Let's return to a half forward fold. So inhale and slide your hands back up to your shins or knees. Again, we'll pause here in our flat back. Being sure your feet feel solid on the ground, good balance. Keep a good bend in your knees here. You might even feel a good energy in the legs. Long torso parallel to the floor. And we'll finish standing from here. Breaking it down, we're shifting weight back into the heels. Bend your knees to lower your hips like you're sitting down into a low chair. You can extend your arms forward or out to the side as you inhale and stand up all the way, reaching up towards the sky. On the exhale, you can bring your hands together and down to your heart, or you can bring your arms down to your side, either one, mountain pose. Just pause here for a moment, taking a breath. That's our half salute to the sun. We're just going to repeat that. So when you're ready to move, inhale, extend your arms out and up. Good energy, good effort. So reach up, exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward. Again, soft knees, guiding your way down, perhaps in slow motion. Belly may touch your thighs, fingers might touch the ground. Releasing head, neck, and shoulders at the end. Inhale, slide your hands up to shins or knees, again rising up just halfway. In the exhale, stay here or back down to your forward fold. Brief pause here. Return to standing, shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees, lower the hips. Extend your arms forward or out to the side, rising up. Inhale, reaching towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, hands to heart or arms down to your side, either one. Just hold for a moment. Come back to your breath. This is the foundation of your practice. So just move with your breath. Let's add on to our sun salute. When you're ready, inhale, sweeping arms out and up. Again, good effort as you reach into the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Always okay to bend your knees as you make your way down towards toes. We'll inhale, slide hands up the legs a bit, rise up halfway, or just feel the extension of the spine. On this exhale, fold. Bend your knees quite a bit so you can place your hands on your mat near the top of your mat, then walk or step or even hop the feet to the back end of your mat, and you'll be in plank pose. A high push-up position. Let's hold here for a moment. Nice strong straight arms, feeling as if you're trying to push the floor away from you. Nice energy through the arms and even down through the entire body. Take a breath in. On this exhale, bend your knees a little and send your hips up into the air. Meanwhile, your head and chest will sink between the arms. Now you might need to tiptoe forward a little bit, just so you can get the hips to be a little higher up in the air. Creating a nice inverted V shape or a mountaintop here. As it feels okay to you, just continue to feel the head and chest sink a bit more between the arms until you might feel some sensation in your shoulders. Now it becomes a bit of a binding sensation. You want to loosen that up a little bit so it doesn't become too binding. Take a nice full breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale will rise up halfway, elongating through the spine. Sometimes I call it monkey pose. Exhale, fold again. Same weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale and come all the way back up to standing, reaching into the air. We're going to keep this in motion. On the exhale, take chair pose or a chair-like position, sitting back and down into an imaginary seat. Outstretched arms, reaching outward. Breathing in, good. On the exhale, dive out of your seat, back down towards your toes, forward fold. And maybe even peek between your knees so you can see the wall behind you, so you can release the head. Inhale, monkey pose, rise up halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold, all the way down we go. Hands to the floor out in front, walk, step, or hop the feet back into plank pose. Again, we'll pause here. Pushing firmly into the mat with the hands, strong straight arms, lengthen body. First time we took a shortcut to down dog, you can do that again here or on the exhale. Finish your push-up. Bend your elbows, squeeze them in towards your ribs, and come all the way down. You can even bring knees to the floor first, then your chest. Here, maybe a low back bend like cobra. This is maybe cobra or locust here, or pushing into the floor with the hands straightening the arms to lift the upper body and hips. This is upward facing dog. On the exhale, tuck toes, send hips into the sky. Same thing, head and chest sink between the arms. Make any adjustments with feet, even your hands if you need to help settle into the pose as you're creating your high mountain peak. We're going to pause here. Now you might press one heel down as the other heel lifts, and then alternate. I call this walking the dog. So pressing one heel down and then alternate, stretching through the calves and toes, just holding here. Let's continue with our lunges, a warrior one setup. And inhale to extend your right leg up behind you, reaching for the back wall. And the exhale, let's step right foot to the top of the mat. It might just land behind the right hand. That's perfect. Or wiggle the toes forward a little bit to get it where you need it. Turn your left heel to the floor so your whole left foot is on the floor behind you. And shift your weight back towards that left foot so you're balanced between the feet. So your hands feel light as you're able to reach forward. Hinge from hips as you inhale and rise up. We'll be in a warrior one. So an inhale to reach high. Exhale, nice lunge here, bending the knee. Yes. We get into that left hip flexor a little bit. Let's go ahead and bend the elbows to about 90 degrees and then pull them back gently. Okay. Opening up through the chest. Notice any sensations across the back, maybe the shoulders. Then inhale, re-extend the arms straight up. Exhale, let's close the lid of the box, folding, bring the hands down. Slide or step the right foot back to meet the other plank pose. You can take that same shortcut to down dog or finish the push-up. You can bring knees to the floor first, then chest. Create a back bend. It might be a low back bend or all the way to up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Again, noticing head and chest. Sink between the arms. Any sensation in the shoulders, in the chest, and maybe your upper back. And then soften that up as we do the other side. So inhale, extend left leg up into the air. Reach, strong straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Once you've landed, yes, turn right heel to the floor behind you. Solid on the ground. Get weight into that back foot so you have lightness or no weight in your hands. So you can lift, reach forward. There you go. Reaching forward, rising up. There's our warrior one. Good reach, good lunge. There's our pose. Go ahead and bend elbows here, 90 degrees. Pull back to open up through chest. Yes. Breathing, noticing these sensations across the back, across the chest. Then inhale, let's re-extend the arms straight up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Plant the hands and slide the left foot back to meet the other. Plank pose and complete the series as you like. It might be different every time, and that's fine. It could be that shortcut to down dog or go through that full vinyasa, that full flow. Whatever you do, we'll always meet here in down dog. Let's take a nice full breath in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat to your forward fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Feel the top of your head lead you forward so you feel that full extended spine. Exhale, back down we go. Shift weight into the heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Reach high, energy in your hands and fingers, and exhale, arms down to your side. So finishing that sequence there. Let's go back to circling through the shoulders. As I mentioned, we're going to be doing eagle pose today. It will involve our shoulders. We want to make sure they're nice and loose for us. It's also a balancing pose, and it's a binding posture. So let's get into some balance right here. So make sure you're in mountain pose, balanced on 2 feet. Soften the knees just to be sure you're not locking the knees here. Just soften the knees a little bit. We're going to shift the weight into the right foot, just plant it into the ground. You're going to inhale and get tall. Just feel tall in the body. Feel breath rise to fill your lungs. Exhale. You can breathe out through the mouth. And pull belly in to engage here. We're going to pick up the left foot, flexing the foot so the leg stays strong, maybe getting the thigh parallel to the floor. We're going to swing the knee towards the window there, and then placing foot on the inside of your standing leg. Now you can bring it up high to inner thigh, or down below the knee, or even use the floor. Your toes can be on the floor for this. Then inhale, extend the arms up, reaching, good extension, finishing with the exhale. So here's our tree pose, reaching up, right foot rooted into the earth, opening up through the whole center of the body. Focus is forward, or just drop your eyes down so you can see the ground, perhaps, or just something that has texture or color in front of you. Focusing on these things can help with balance, as well as the effort you're creating in the body. Let's keep the arms extended. Let's swing this left knee forward. Lift your knee with the flexed foot right there. Plant the foot into the ground. Rebalance on 2 feet. And then bring your arms down to your side. So finishing that, you might want to shake that out. Breathe it out. Yeah, get it out of your body. Any tension that we build. All right, back to the mountain pose. So we can do the other side. Balanced on 2 feet, softness in the knees. Let's shift weight into the left foot. Plant it. Inhale, get tall, fill your lungs. Exhale through the mouth. Engage your core. Yes, picking up right foot, flexing the foot just keeps the leg engaged. Thighs parallel to the floor. We're going to swing the knee out. It might even stop here. That's fine. It doesn't have to go all the way out. And then placing foot on the inner thigh or below the knee or down even lower. I'm saying below the knee or above the knee. Try to avoid pushing the foot into the knee joint. Okay, below or above. Then inhale, extend your arms up. Good reaching sensation. They might be straight up. They could be out. Could even bend the elbows here. You could even bring hands to heart. Okay, we're going to hold for a moment, focusing on something maybe down near the ground, easier to focus with eyes down. Good. Let's inhale here. And exhale, let's swing this right knee forward, lifting knee flexed foot, plant the foot into the ground, and bring the arms down to your side. Finishing that flow. Good circle of the shoulders, releasing. Good, everybody. Okay, let's continue our flow. Go at your own pace. Inhale, reach out and up. Inhale. Exhale, chair pose. Again, weight shifts back into the hips and heels. So you have that balance as you extend your arms out front. Inhale again, and exhale, dive out of your chair, down towards toes, forward fold. Release head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, monkey pose, sliding the hands up to the shins, flat back, long spine. Exhale, fold. All the way down we go. Find the floor with your hands. Hop, step, or walk the feet back, plank pose. If you want, come down, finishing the push-up, Chaturanga Dandasana. You can always skip this if you want to. Find your back bend, keep it low if you need to, no worries. And exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Make some adjustments with feet and hands. Once again, feel the head and chest sink between the arms. Feel that bit of a bind in the shoulders, but then soften that up a little bit so you have mobility in your shoulders still. Let's inhale, extend right leg up, reach, hold for a moment just to feel the body get a bit longer. We're going to open the hip here by bending the right knee. Bring your heel down towards your backside. And then lift your right knee up a little bit towards the ceiling. It'll affect the torso. It'll allow you to turn a bit to the right towards the windows. Actually, towards the front door. Sorry about that. Inhale. Exhale, unwind and step through. Right foot to the top of the mat. Left heel to the floor behind you, shifting the weight back into that foot. Balanced. Reach forward with the arms. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, you'll turn now towards the windows. Arms come down to parallel. This is Warrior 2. Now you might need to adjust your feet just so you feel a bit more, stable, balanced. And the feet here. Nice knee bend, that right knee and toes are pointing forward. Nice and tall. This is Warrior 2. Side angle pose. We're going to follow the right arm forward to angle the upper half of the body like so. Rotate the arm so right hand is reaching down towards the floor while left hand's reaching up towards the ceiling. Now you don't have to touch the floor. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. Your arm can be up higher. It could even be resting lightly on the right thigh. Just want to feel quite open here. Through the chest and the hips. We're going to do a modified bind here. You're going to bring the left hand down behind you, the back of your hand on your low back. Yes, we'll just call this kind of a light bind. If you have mobility in that left shoulder, see if you can pull it back or roll it back away from your heart, away from the window, and feel like your heart is opening up towards the window. There, yes. Good. Let's re-extend this left hand into the air as you inhale Exhale, we'll turn, we'll fold, bring your hands back down to the ground, slide right foot back, there's plank, pause for a moment for realignment. Complete the series as you like. Again, that shortcut to down dog is appropriate here, or some vinyasa or flow to get you to down dog. Once you're in down dog, just make those adjustments so you can fully arrive. That same sinking of chest, noticing what's happening in the shoulders. We're doing this on purpose just to keep opening up through the chest, shoulders, and back. Other side, let's extend the left leg into the air. Inhale. Hold on the exhale, feel the body get a little longer. Bend this left knee, bring heel down towards backside. A bit of a lift of that knee towards ceiling. A twist, a little opening, it's a hip opener. Good. And still pressing strongly into the ground. Inhale. On the exhale, let's unwind from that twist. Step left foot to the top of the mat, right heel to the ground. Shifting the body weight back. Find that balance, light hand so you can reach forward, rise up for first warrior. Exhale, opening here, warrior two. Adjusting the feet if you need to, solid ground, good balance. That's it, outstretched arms, active hands and fingers. Left knee is bent, lunging forward, knee and toes, good. Pointing forward, you've got it. Side angle pose, let's follow the left arm forward. It just angles the upper body. Left hand comes down, right hand reaching up. Again, you don't have to touch the ground here. You can stay up much higher if that feels better for your back, your hips, your legs. Let's go for our bind, our light bind by bringing the right hand down behind you, the back of your hand perhaps resting on the low back. If you have mobility in the shoulder, that right shoulder, roll it back, pull it back, just to open up through the heart space a bit more. Good, everybody. Breathing, wherever you are, whenever we find ourselves just holding a pose, take some deep breaths. On the next inhale, let's re-extend this right hand up into the air. Exhale, we'll turn and fold, bring your hands down to the ground. Slide left foot back, there's plank pose. Pause for realignment, and then finish your sequence. Finishing the push-up if you'd like. Up dog or a cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pausing for a moment. We're going to do a little floor work here. So gently kneel down, come to your knees. Cat and cow. So cat, cow is two poses that flow together. You'll inhale to look up or look forward. You'll arch your back, creating a little back bend like this. Exhale, round your back, tuck the pelvis under, feel the belly button pull up towards spine, chin to chest. That's cat. Inhale, reverse it, make the back bend, pelvis tips back, arched back. Exhale, round it out. Maybe a couple more times like that as we find mobility through the spine and then the hips. We're working our way towards eagle pose. We're going to do some arm binding. We're going to do some leg binding. We get into the outer hips. Alrighty? So come back to a neutral tabletop posture. You're just going to kind of scoot over a little bit towards the right edge of your mat. And then sit back briefly into hero, just to get off the hands. There you go. You're going to sit off to the left side because you made space there. So sit here. Okay, just onto the hip. We're going to bring this right leg or right foot all the way around. You're going to step over this left knee. If this doesn't feel good or you can't do this, no worries. You just keep the foot on the inside. Okay. Here. If you need to, just adjust your seat right there. And then just use both hands to just hold on to the shin. You want to be able to sit up tall here. Maybe just use the holding sensation here to help sit up tall, lengthen the spine. We're just going to be here. Now, if you did our twisting class last week, we did this pose. We did half Lord of the Fishes. This was the beginning of it, but we're going to pause right here. Just nice and tall, breathing. And maybe you feel this, at least I do, feel this in the outer hips, okay? Now what you could do, if you're not really feeling this, what you could do is move towards cow face pose, which we're going to be doing as well, which is just taking this top leg, this front leg, kind of back behind you a little bit, okay? Maybe you're on the edge of that foot. You might feel a little bit more in the hips if you need a little bit more sensation. Otherwise, maybe just here. A couple more breaths. Just introducing kind of this bind or crossing legs and where it affects the body. One more breath. Then we'll just soften. And bring the hands behind, just lean back so you can uncross the legs. Maybe adjust your seat. Let's come to a boat pose. Now you could do boat like this. Feet flexed, heels on the floor, knees bent, and hold on to the legs here to extend the spine and maybe lean back a little with a straight spine. So this could be your boat pose, where you might lean back a bit more or even have the feet float into the air right there. Okay? So lots of variations. You can hold on, you can free the hands, you can even point the toes or keep them flexed, just something active, or you can start to straighten the legs, free the hands. So lots of variations of this posture, which are working core. Inhaling to find length, filling up the lungs, maybe exhaling through the mouth to engage the core system. Let's move from here. Breathe in, exhale, cross legs if you can, roll over the cross legs, or just return to hands and knees. Okay, 2 breaths, cat and cow. Inhale, cow, that's the back bend. Exhale, cat, rounded spine. One more. Just keeping the nice mobility, fluidity through the spine and hips. Come back to a neutral tabletop posture, and then we'll scoot over to the left edge of the mat. Sit back into our hero pose, and then sit your hips off to the right side. We'll bring the left leg around. Same thing, stepping over the knee, or keep it on the inside if that feels better. Adjust your seat. Sitting up nice and tall, you might just hold on to the shin here, nice and tall. Okay? If this feels good, stay here with the breaths. If you need more, if you're not feeling as much as you would like here, maybe moving towards cow face pose, at least the leg version of it, taking this left foot kind of behind you and see how that affects the hips. If you need more from here, you might fold forward a little bit. We will be doing this pose, but for now, just to introduce the leg cross, we're here. Maybe 3 more breaths. Nice deep cleansing breaths. Alrighty, softening up. Let's release the hands, bring them back behind you. Lean back so you can uncross the legs. Let's go back to our boat pose. Again, any variation, this is fine right here, just as long as you have a long spine. You might even lift the chin a little bit so the neck is in the same alignment as the spine. Otherwise, your head would be like this in this position. You want that feeling. So long spine. Feet could be floating up or still on the floor. Let's move from here. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, either hands in front, or if you need to, maybe hands to the side. So you can just swing the legs and feet back behind you. Come to plank pose. Up onto the toes, lifted knees, strong straight line. Let's all take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air, head and chest sink between the arms. Make any adjustments with feet and hands. And let's flow. Inhale, extend right leg up. Bend the knee, little twist by lifting the knee up towards ceiling. That'll twist the spine, open the hips. Inhale. Exhale, unwind, step through back to a warrior 1. Left heel to the earth behind you. Shift weight back, light hands. Rise up when you're ready. Inhale. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Adjust the feet. Right away, side angle pose. Reach forward, angled upper body. Rotate the arms. Right hand down, left hand up. Just to feel the nice opening of the body initially. We can go for the light bind by bringing the left hand down behind you. You can go to a fuller bind if you want. If you're low enough, okay, I'm demonstrating here if you want to take a peek. If you're low enough, you can get your arm, this right arm underneath the right leg, and then up behind you to find your left hand or fingers. Okay, you can attempt that if you'd like. There you go. Maybe the fingers just touch, that works. or keep that lighter bind. Okay, let's inhale, re-extend the arms, floor to ceiling, nice opening, good. Exhale, we'll turn, fold, hands to the mat, step back, plank pose. Okay, finishing your flow, you can take a shortcut to down dog or go through the full vinyasa. Vinyasa just means flow, that chaturanga, up dog to down dog. We'll meet here and do the same thing other side. Inhale, extend left leg up, bend and twist. We'll twist of the spine there, hip opener, unwind, step through. Left foot to the top of the mat, behind the left hand, right heel to the floor, good. Shifting the weight back, find that balance. Light hands reach forward, hinge from hips, first warrior. Exhale, opening warrior two, adjusting your strong foundation. Here comes our side angle, reach forward. Rotate the arms, reach high and low. That's our initial opening here. And then take your bind. You can take that light bind by just bringing right hand down behind you. Just keep it there. Maybe rolling that right shoulder back to keep the heart open. Or if you're low enough, left arm reaching underneath the left leg and then up to find the right set of fingers. Good. Let's inhale to re-extend the arms, floor to ceiling, nice reopening. And our turn with the exhale, hands to the earth. Step back, plank pose, finishing your sequence. Once we get to down dog, just take a breath or two. We're going to do another lunge sequence, moving into a high lunge. So again, let's re-extend right leg up behind you. Let's keep it straight this time. Right foot to the top of the mat, going to high lunge, which means left heel stays lifted behind us, but we still need to shift the body weight back towards that lifted left heel so our hands can be light. Free them, reach forward, hinge from hips, rise up. Now once you're tall, reach up, lunge low. Right here, really getting into the strength of the legs. We're going to do something a little different here with the arms. Drop the arms down to the side, parallel to the floor. Really reach, like you're doing warrior two, or airplane wings here. You're going to bring the arms out front. Okay? You're going to drop your left arm lower than the right. And then cross the arms at the elbows. Flip your palms up. Bend the elbows here. You can keep the arms just like this, or if you're able, wrap up the arms. If that doesn't work, maybe the fingers touch somehow. I see a variation back there, just bringing fingertips to shoulders. Okay? But this is our arm binding part, getting us ready for eagle pose. We're going to unwrap, drop, out and up, inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Hands return to the earth, and just step right back to down dog. Okay, both feet on the floor, hips to sky. Another quick shortcut to get you to down dog. Other side. Inhale, extend left leg up into the air, straight line. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. Once you've landed, right heel stays lifted, but do shift the weight back towards that back heel. Hands are light. You're finding balance. That's it. Rise up. Once you're tall, reach high, lunge low. Okay? Help with the balance because you're only on your toes back there. Hug to midline. That just means imagine you've got a block between the knees or thighs and you're squeezing, okay, even though you have one leg behind you. Drop your arms down to parallel like airplane wings here. Reach. Bring them forward. Drop your right arm lower than the left. Cross at the elbows, making an X. Flip palms up. Bend elbows. Stay here, or perhaps get some fingers, or wrap it around. Another variation, fingertips to shoulders. Keep the elbows lifted. Now the focus is interesting here because your arms are potentially right here in front of your eyes. So you want to imagine you're actually just seeing directly through the arms. Okay, we're going to unbind. Let's drop the arms. Reach out and up, inhale. And exhale, fold. Hands to the floor. Step back, down dog. Both feet on the floor, hips to sky. Another quick shortcut. Hold for a moment. Maybe that same sinking of chest between the arms. Going back to standing, breathe in. Exhale, bend knees, walk, step, or hop, both feet up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, long spine, flat back. Exhale, fold again, releasing head, neck, and shoulders perhaps. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale, reverse the swan dive or come up to standing. Reaching all the way up, good energy in the arms, fingers. And exhale, arms down to your side. Good. Check in. Circle the shoulders. Backward a few times, forward. Even the head and neck, maybe ear to shoulder. Nod yes. Shake head no. Good. Alrighty. I'm going to show you this just quickly here as we get into, we're going to work our way right into the eagle pose. And you're welcome to use a block or even 2 blocks. Let me just show you this for a second. Okay? So we're going to start with the arms. Just watch me. I'm going to take the arms out and up. I'm going to bring them down or orchestrate getting one arm behind the other. In this case, it's my left arm behind my right. Same thing as we just did. Cross the elbows, making an X, flip palms forward, lift, and wrap it up. Okay? I'm going to take a little bend in the knees, put weight into my right foot in this case. I'm going to pick up my left foot, and we're basically just crossing this leg over the other. It's a balancing posture. You're just basically standing on one foot. But if you need extra stability, maybe place a block over here. Okay? So on my toes, I like this for me because then I'm able to kind of sit a little deeper into this posture, okay, and really get into my hip work. And I lift the elbows. So this could be your eagle pose if you want, okay? Or you would just keep the legs free, really, but squeezing tightly here. Some of you might be able to, I can't do it, but wrap the foot around the calf, okay? Kind of everything wraps up just like in the arms. They wrap around in the legs, okay? So if you want to use that block for a little pedestal, place it on your right side to start, okay? We'll start in mountain pose. We're getting blocks, there you go. Go ahead and inhale, extend the arms all the way up into the air. We're gonna go in slow motion. Exhale, slowly bring the arms down to your side. Watch the left arm because you're gonna bring it down and behind the right. Okay, cross at the elbows, making your X. Flip palms forward, bend elbows and lift. And as you're able, wrap it up, okay? Use those other variations like you did in that lunge, okay? Little bend of the knees. Put weight into the right foot. So we can easily pick up this left foot, cross left leg over the right leg, sealing it, okay? Use the block there if you need a little extra balance and stability. I like the block because then I'm able to kind of sit deep into this pose, okay? So choose what feels good for your legs, hips, and that balance. Now with the wrapped up arms, okay, we are lifting to get the elbows pointing forward, even sending the elbows forward. Okay, and just adding more sensation. It's going to feel like a pull through your whole back, okay, and through the shoulders here in the front. And you've got x-ray vision. You're looking directly through your own arms. Okay, let's unbind the legs, uncross the legs, plant the feet. Let's unwrap the arms. Inhale, reach out and up. And exhale, just arms down to your side. Now you can shake all that loose. If you're using a block, let's just get the block on the other side. Okay, so some nice variations here. All right, same thing other side. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, slowly bring arms out and down. We're going to pay attention to the right arm. Bring it down and behind or underneath the left. Cross at the elbows, make your X. Flip palms forward. Bend the elbows by lifting them up. Wrap as you're able. Or any other variation. Take a little seat. Bend the knees, just a little seat. Put weight into that left foot. So we can pick up the right foot, cross that leg over the other. Remember, trying to seal it. So there's no space. We're not crossing like that. We're going to try to cross like that. Use that block if you need a little extra stability. Maybe you can sit into that. Yes. Good. Lifting elbows if you're able. Send them forward. Just notice all this sensation. Even squeeze tighter in the arms. Belly and hips. Squeeze legs a little tighter. Okay? That's our bind. Okay? Okay, let's uncross the legs, plant the feet, unwrap the arms, reach out and up, free it all up. Inhale, and exhale, arms down to your side. Okay? Release, let it go, shake it out. Okay, you can move that block out of the way. All right, let's continue our flow. When you're ready to move, inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, swan dive forward or folding at the hips, bend the knees. Inhale, monkey pose, elongate through the spine. Exhale, fold, hands to the floor, hop or step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, chaturanga dandasana, finishing the push-up. Or you can still take the shortcut, that's fine. Up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just do a quick high lunge series. Once in down dog, extend right leg straight up and back. Right foot to the top of the mat. High lunge, left heel stays lifted. Shift the weight back, find balance. Light hands reach forward. Hinge from hips, rise up. Lunge low. Okay, let's bend elbows here. Pull them back, okay? So we're opening up through the front. With the eagle arms, things come forward, right? So we get to pull that way. We're reopening by pulling this way. Okay? Let's rise up, or just reach the arms up, open to warrior two. Plant that left heel down behind you, adjust your feet. Let's reverse the warrior. Take right hand up towards the ceiling, maybe even slightly behind you. Be sure your right knee is still bent, lunging or pointing forward. There you go. Nice extension, just opening up through that right side. So binds kind of bring us tightly in. Then we do these other poses to reopen. Big cartwheel or windmill out of the pose. Both arms around and down to the floor in front. Step back, plank pose. Complete the series as you'd like. Modify, skip things as you'd like here too. Meeting in down dog. Then inhale, extend left leg into the air when you're ready. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat. High lunge. Shifting the weight back, find that balance. Light hands, reach forward. Rise up. Reach high, lunge low. Bend elbows. Draw the arms back to open across the chest. We'll inhale, just re-extend the arms straight up. Exhale, opening up to the right. Plant that right heel down behind you, landing in warrior two. And then reverse your warrior. Left hand reaching up, maybe slightly back. There you go. Opening up through that left side now. And our big cartwheel out of the pose. Around and down to the ground with the hand, slide left foot back, plank pose, complete the series as you'd like. We'll meet in down dog for a breath or two. We're going to go to that cow face pose, or just the leg portion of it. Just bring the knees to the floor, and just follow me with this. We're going to start with the right knee and slide it up to the right wrist, just directly forward. Just follow me, just go do this with me. And we're going to send this right knee to center, just between the wrists. Okay, step the hands forward a little bit. Tuck your left set of toes behind you. Lift that knee. Okay, even shift the body weight forward a little bit more. This right foot, tap it, but swing that right foot over to the left edge of your mat. If you're able from here, you're going to pick up the left leg. Nice, strong, straight left leg lifting. A little squeeze in the glutes, hamstring there. Bend the left knee, and then tuck it tightly behind the right knee. And then swing that foot over to the right edge of your mat. So you're going to have a little triangle space behind you. And as you're able, you're going to sit back into that space. If you're unable to sit on the floor, hopefully maybe a block is nearby, and sit on the block instead. Okay? Now, if the legs separate from this pose, no, don't worry about it. You can even go back to that original leg that we just stepped, that little step over thing. You can even go back to that if this is too much. To go deeper with this, if you want to, you can bring the feet forward. That certainly will deepen the pose, deepen the sensation in the hips, or take a fold. Or if you're on a block, sit on the ground. Okay, so feet forward, sitting on the floor, and even folding forward might increase the sensation if you need it or want it, but not pushing it. You don't have to force the body into any of these poses. Just helping increasing the sensation of release in the outer hips. 2 more breaths. If you're folded, maybe rise back up. If you're sitting on a prop, coming off the prop, and then leaning back into the hands. So you're going to uncross the legs here. Same thing, we're just going to come back to that boat pose. Down here is good. Fine if the heels are on the floor. Go to a fuller expression of the posture if you'd like. Not here long. We're going to inhale and exhale. As you're able, cross legs, hands in front, or again, just to the side. Just get the legs back behind. And just come to hands and knees so we can set up for the other side. So you're going to step or slide the left knee up to the wrist and move it to center. Maybe step the hands forward now, lifting that back right knee. Swing this left foot over towards the right side. Find that balance so you can pick up the right leg behind you. Straight leg lifting so you can feel the engagement in the glutes, maybe hamstrings. And then bend that right knee, tuck it in tightly behind the left knee. Again, and swing that right foot over to the left edge of your mat. And then just sit back into the space. Use a block if you need to. Same thing. If you need to soften the pose, maybe sit on a block, or just come back to that cross-legged posture we did earlier. If you need more, sit on the floor, move the feet that direction towards the front edge of your mat, or add a fold. Breathing, especially with all these sensations in the hips. Yeah, good job. Now, I call this cow face pose, but we're only doing the leg portion of this. There's an upper body portion. I haven't done that one in a long time, actually. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow in tomorrow's class. But cow face or cow head, because we're forming the shape of a head. So this is actually the mouth right here. Okay, so this is the mouth of the cow. And if we did the upper body portion of this, one arm would go up and drop down behind, and the other arm would come back behind. It's another bind, and you're clasping fingers behind you. And so what you form is the top of the head. This is an ear pointing up in that cow. Okay, and then you can fold it. Okay, 2 more breaths. We're just doing the legs today. If you're folded, come up. If you're sitting on a block, let's come off the block. Hands behind you so you can lean back, uncross the legs. Actually, straighten the legs here, straight legs. Flex the feet just to activate the legs. Okay, nice and tall here. Even hands on the floor by your hips. Push into the ground to extend spine, maybe roll shoulders back. This is called staff pose, just to reopen the body after being kind of in a bind with the legs crossed. Okay, just reopening here. 1 more breath. And then just soften. Okay, I'm going to give you some options for our next inverted pose. Just watch me here. Okay, so I'm going to scoot forward quite a bit past center because you have an option of we're going to shoulder stand or some variations. So you could a little momentum and roll back. Keep rolling till the legs and hips go in the air and you just catch yourself in your hands. This is a variation of the pose, which I tend to do, just sitting here so you have some good mobility in the neck and shoulders. So we'll be here. Or you can just lie flat on your back, legs extended, like this. Or bring feet to the floor, lift the hips, get a block underneath you to sit on, and then extend the legs. So we'll all be upside down, but you can choose the variation, okay? So shoulder stand, your style. Roll back or just lie down, legs and hips in the air for shoulder stand, or sit on a block, or keep your whole back body on the ground. Good. Nice, strong, active legs, maybe even feet. Okay, good. And guess what? You're going to do eagle legs. So bend the knees a little, cross one leg around or around the other. There you go. You might even find that you can hook that foot around the calf while you're upside down because you can bend the knees a little bit more. Yeah, try it out. Doesn't matter which one you do first, because you're going to do both sides. Nice. Just support your body. Excellent. Breathing. Even if you're just kind of crossing at the ankles. Good job. One more breath on this first side. Okay. Unwind. And then wrap it up the other way. If you need to rest or come out of the pose, no worries. So we've got our eagle legs upside down here. 2 more breaths. Unbinding, unwinding. Then slowly making your way down to the ground. Once you're down, extend the legs out in front of you. You're going to fish pose, which is a back bend. I'll break it down for you. So long, straight legs out front, but we need to get the arms underneath us. So you might need to lift one side, get your arm. I'm doing my left arm first. Getting the whole arm underneath, lie on top of it, and get the other side. Right arm underneath. So straight arms, you'll be sitting on your hands, your palms are down. Palms are on the ground. Long legs, pointed toes. Once you're there, push elbows into the floor to lift your upper body like you're rising up out of a chair, out of bed, and arch your back and look behind you. You might rest the top or the back of your head very lightly on the ground. This is fish pose. It's a back bend. You want to feel like your chest or sternum or heart is lifting up into the air. That's probably the highest point in the body in this posture. Just 3 more breaths. To come out of the pose, I'm going to lift the head off the floor, tuck the chin in towards your chest, lie down. Once you're down, release the arms out from underneath you, and you'll be in Shavasana. Now you can stay here, just be complete with the practice. If you need any other pose, you can add them here. I might suggest even a twist. You might bring both knees into chest and take a spinal twist. You might take knees over to the left side while you extend your right arm out to the right side. And of course, once you've done one side, practice the pose on the other side and giving yourself perhaps equal time on each side. Some other poses, you might do a hip opener like happy baby pose or reclining cobbler's pose, or just any other position that might just feel good to you at this moment. And again, you might just be ready for relaxation. So you can just lie comfortably in Shavasana, lying on your back, or any other restorative pose. Something that does feel relaxing to you. That might mean using some props like bolsters or a blanket to help support the body. So whenever you feel complete with these movements like hip openers and twists, make your way to Shavasana, or again, any other restorative, relaxing pose. Wonderful. When you've made it to your resting position, allow yourself to completely relax. Feel the complete release within your entire body. Having freed yourself from those binds, those things that might hold you back, hold you down. Finding these reopenings. And settling into the freedom of your own body. Stay right where you are. Just notice how you're feeling at this moment. And let's return to the awareness of the breath. With this awareness, take 5 deep breaths, slow breaths. Making this reconnection to your body, the space. Feeling a new energy generate inside of you with each breath. When you're complete with those 5 breaths, take another 5 breaths. This time, changing this energy you've created within you into movement. So feel movement in your body. It might start from deep within, but with each breath, let it expand to the external body, out to your limbs, your arms and hands, legs and feet. When you feel that movement return, take your time. Slowly and carefully roll to one side of your body. Perhaps a brief pause in what I call a nurturing position, just lying on your side. But still moving in slow motion, guide your way up to a seated position. Good, very nice. Yes, taking your time. And once you have made it up to seated, just feel the re-extension of your spine. Relax shoulders, arms and hands just resting down by your side. And one last movement together. We'll inhale, extend arms out and up, reaching. Exhale, bring palms together and down to your heart space. And then take one more full and complete breath on your own right here. As we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.